great post came up on the Leaf Forum this week. Are electric car owners the new vegans? So first let me start off, this isn't a bash to vegans, it's just more of a tongue-in-cheek sort of thing. Obviously, vegans are very, very passionate people about being veganism, about being a vegan, and they do try and, not all vegans, just 100% of them, try and force their opinion of being a vegan on you. And in some respects, electric car owners might be becoming that kind of thing, because we're passionate about being electric car owners, extremely passionate, and every time someone tries to rubbish an electric car, as an electric car driver or owner, you will basically jump down that person's throat and tell them how wrong they are, and tell them all the facts about how much better driving electric cars are, which they are. So are we now the new vegans? Are vegans right and we should all stop eating meat? Maybe, but no, I still enjoy my steaks and I still enjoy my bacon butties in the morning, so I ain't going to start eating tofu. As electric car owners, we are very passionate, and we want to tell the whole world about how good driving electric is. And I often see posts off car magazines and stuff like that talking about how hydrogen's the new future. So obviously, being an electric car owner, I tell them that they're pretty much wrong. Hydrogen isn't really the way the car industry is going to go. Most of the car industry now has recognised that battery tech is the future. Tesla have now got the semi-truck. Personally, I thought hydrogen might have been the truck's route, but now it looks more like it's going to be the shipping route. So it's more like large shipping containers are going to be hydrogen run. And the reason for that is battery technology is improving, it is getting better. They are getting more density, more battery capacity in the same size cell than ever before, and that's improvement in chemistry and also manufacturing process. I mean, it's not Moore's law, it's not doubling, but it's increasing and increasing and increasing, and that increase means that battery technology is getting more and more and more and more viable. Now, in some car manufacturers like the Renault Zoes, you can actually upgrade your battery, so now you can take your 22 kilowatt pack out and have a 40 kilowatt pack put in, and that's the same size battery pack, the same area, the same density, and they're changing it for it's double the capacity. So if they're able to do that, since the Zoe's been out, and it's been out a couple of years, and that improvement it's not happened in 12 months, it's happened over 3 or 4, 5, 6 years. They've managed to double the capacity on the Zoe, which is great. And because of that, I think that electric cars are becoming more and more viable. If you can, instead of scrapping your car and getting rid of it, you can upgrade the technology, you can upgrade the battery, you can upgrade this. It means that you're being more sustainable. You're not throwing away and crushing and scrapping cars. You're keeping the stuff that's already there and renewing it. You're turning us away from a throwaway society to a society that upgrades, mends and mods the vehicles that we have. I mean, in the future, you never know. We might see that they might do motor swaps or some other kind of swaps. They might find a way of incorporating new charging standards into the Zoe, getting rid of the AC only and maybe putting a CCS and AC. Personally, I don't think that's viable, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds, but I don't think that'll be viable on the current 22 kilowatt and 40 kilowatt Zoes. I don't think they'll be able to put CCS on it, but I'm not saying it won't be completely impossible. I'm just saying I very much doubt it will happen. On that, Zoe, there's a lot. I've found an old news article. It was posted over a year ago, which that obviously Renault have invested into the CCS sort of community. They pay towards joining it, so which means future Zoes will have it on. I suspect that they will want to phase out the Q motor, go 22 kilowatt only, and with that they will put CCS on. But I suspect it will not be on the 40 kilowatt pack. I suspect they'll wait until they release the 60 kilowatt pack, which I believe should be coming sometime 2019, so sometime next year we'll probably get an announcement of a 60 kilowatt pack, and that will also obviously transpire to the Nissan Leaf as well. So 60 kilowatt packs will be about a 300 mile range in the Renault and the Nissan Leaf, which is more than most people will ever drive in a week on an average day commute. But obviously some people can easily do that, but it's more miles than most people will happily drive in a day, because if you're driving 300 miles and you're not stopping, then you're going to have some serious problems with your bladder in the future. I mean, you need to stop and rest in that kind of time frame, and they're talking about a 100 kilowatt charger on the future Zoes with CCS. So a 100 kilowatt charger, if they're installing a 60 kilowatt pack, I mean, the charging times on that, I can't do off the top of my head, but I'll display them when I kind of work out rough figures. But it's the charging time that most people will be happy to wait. And obviously Ecotricity will probably be installing their 300 kilowatt chargers very shortly. They've announced it very recently on their news feed and stuff like that. Link in the description at the bottom if you want to find out more about that. But 300 kilowatt chargers are going to start coming out and being rolled out to new sites. And hopefully with those new sort of higher power kilowatt chargers, we're going to start seeing new higher kilowatt cars that can take these higher kilowatt rates. And that's when the whole petrol argument starts to lose even more, because as you start moving towards 100 kilowatt, 300 kilowatt charging posts, you get to charging times that are not that far off charging a diesel car or a petrol car. And obviously the Tesla semi-truck, that can charge massive, I think it's 500 mile range. I think it's charged at the Tesla mega chargers, supercharger things at around, I think it's around about half an hour, which truckers legally have to stop for a set period of time after so many miles and so many hours of driving. So for truckers, they know they have to stop in that time frame. So if they can get a charge while they're on their tacho break, their legal stop, then that's brilliant. But obviously car drivers, when you say to them, well, it does 300 miles and then you have to stop for so long to charge, they feel, oh, that's silly. But you should be stopping 10-20 minutes on even a 2-hour journey. You should be stopping for 10-20 minutes, half an hour, to get yourself refreshed. And on the UK roads, the more congested they get, 2-3 hours is nowhere near probably 300 miles. You're probably talking 200 miles. It's very, very low. And what people then the next person's argument will be, I can travel 300 miles but to the destination I'm going, but then I want to drive back. But you don't drive back straight away, you stop. You're going to stay there for at least an hour, so you might as well plug in and then stop and charge back. And that's the argument even with me with my Zoe, my 22 kilowatt Zoe. I can do in the summer 80 miles, fairly comfortable. 80 miles, I'm going to drive 80 miles and stop. Now, probably around sort of March time, I'm going to be going down to Birmingham, which is at least a 2-stop there and back for me for charging. And I'll try and vlog that. And we're going down to Birmingham to the Diamond Quarter. If you've never been down there, they basically sell jewellery, diamonds, gold for a fraction of the price pretty much most places in the country. So thank you very much this week for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again next week.